Well, the fight over ICE and deportations, it's not going away, nor should it. Democrats, of course, are forcing the issue right now by holding up funding for the Department of Homeland Security unless they get their 10 demands met. Almost sounds like a hostage situation, right? We're going to show you some lunatic debates going on cable news about this issue right now. And you're going to see one woman, one brave, solitary woman who stood up to a city council and explained all of it to them in very plain terms. I want to show you that video in a second. First, though, part of the reason why we need to have good law enforcement and actual law and order on our streets, personified perfectly by this judge in Louisville.
But Judge Davis thought the jury's recommendation was too long. She feels he hasn't mentally matured yet and never had a real shot at getting any help early in life.
But if you were to come in here and instead of being hurt and angry, which is what this court hears, right, as a 20-year-old African-American male that has been, experienced this society, etc., and you would show that, yes, okay, this is the situation, this is who I am. I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to be in jail for forever.
Thompson repeatedly stated he did not care, not about his sentence, the victim, or her family. But Judge Davis emphasized she's the one that holds the pen, and regardless of what the media may think, she applies the law. To her, 65 years was an extremely long time. As she puts it, it's his whole life, one she doesn't believe should be spent entirely behind bars.
This court does not believe that Mr. Thompson, if given the resources that he can get while incarcerated, is beyond being rehabilitated.
All right, so what you just witnessed there, if you could put two and two together here, was an activist judge who decided that the jury was wrong in sentencing this criminal to 65 years for the crimes that he committed, the violent, horrific crimes that he committed. And you heard her own words. Listen, you're African American. The society's been hard on you. You're underserved. You're underrepresented. There's no wonder that you're a criminal. And you could hear the criminal, the convicted criminal in the background saying, I don't care. I don't care. Throw me away. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. And then she cut the sentence in half, which, of course, means that he'll be eligible in parole, in some states, within 10 years. Now, that's the kind of energy that we're seeing right now from the Democrats, from the media, from the activists, from everybody who wants ICE and our laws with regard to deporting criminal illegal immigrants, every single one of them who has broken our laws, deporting them back to the country of their origin. That's the energy. That's the logic. That's the approach that they're taking. Who's keeping your country safe? Who's keeping your neighborhood safe? Whose side do you want to be on? Which brings us to this moment. City council meeting. It's actually Howard County. Take a listen to this great moment. Howard County, Maryland, near where I live. Watch.
I want to thank you for saving me towards the last of the speakers that are providing testimony, because I am now more in fear of where I live, which is in Columbia, Maryland, surrounded by people who suffer from TDS, who have been brainwashed by the media to fulfill the divide and conquer agenda that the government has. No one has mentioned Rachel Morin. No one has mentioned any victims that have been raped, mutilated, trafficked, used as drug mules, killed by illegal immigrants. Not one person has said anything about a victim here. I'm an advocate for multiple communities in Howard County, especially District 1, where there is a prevalent school-to-prison pipeline from Harper's Choice to Wild Lake High School. I am watching black and brown children kill each other, sell each other drugs. I watched the mall and the surrounding businesses operate as normal when Michael was shot and killed, and his friends were shot and killed and laid in blood at the mall, and everyone operated as normal when somebody's children were laying on the ground. No one has spoken up about the crime, the influx of drugs and crime that have come with the illegal criminal immigrants. This isn't about race. This is about this county being completely delusional, supporting and enabling criminals who are here illegally. If you're an immigrant and don't have your paperwork, be a responsible adult and get your paperwork together, because if I got pulled over and didn't have my license, I'd be thrown in a holding cell. And the fact that Liz Walsh interfered with a police operation, you jeopardized the lives of children, of families, and our officers. Anyone who interferes with law, whether it be local, state, or federal, should be deemed a domestic terrorist and should be detained themselves. I strongly oppose these bills. They are absolute nonsense. You want to create an Airbnb for illegal criminals? Are you fucking kidding me? They're murdering people. Our children are being trafficked. And I don't think anyone in here has had a child trafficked or used as a drug mule. Haven't heard any statements from anyone but a bunch of bullshit that the media fed them.
I'm going to let you, can you pause her time, please? I'm going to give you your 2 minutes that you have. I'll ask if you would refrain from vulgar language this evening.
Sure.
Could you please resume the time?
I oppose these bills. I oppose people who are against the law. If ICE needs to come in here and do their job, they need to do it, and we need to let them do it. We should be law-abiding citizens and setting an example for this country, and not letting illegal immigrants take over and poison our communities. My family has been here for over 20 years, and in the past 6 years, I've seen a huge influx of crack cocaine at the ages of 12 and 13 that I brought to your district's attention, and you laughed at me. The Howard County Public School System is corrupt and disgusting and vile, and I hope that you are thrown in jail without your big gulps or whatever you're feeding your face with, because you're disgusting. And anyone who supports anyone, this is my free speech.
Can you pause her?
This is my free speech.
Can you pause her?
You're a criminal.
Okay.
You're a criminal. You're all criminals.
This is,
and if you support these bills,
Ms. Asbury?
you need to be fucking detained.
Ms. Asbury, I'm going to let you.
Fuck you.
Was that not cathartic?